Zimbabwe's first water, sanitation, hygiene and energy expo official opening. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Without further ado, all protocol is hereby observed as we acknowledge the presence of the Minister of State for Bulawayo Provincial Affairs, Honorable Sandi. Please give a round of applause for being here tonight. Busy, and thank you for being a part of this auspicious event. And we'd also like to acknowledge the presence of the Board of Directors of the ZITF company, as well as the staff members, captains of industry, invited guests, uninvited guests. You are all welcome. I hope you have a very pleasant evening tonight. Firstly, I would like to apologize for the delay in starting. Unfortunately, we're running on African time today. The day just went so quickly. There were so many events happening today. There was a conference, there was the exhibition, and it was also exciting for all of us. Some of us got caught in all the hype and the excitement, and we forgot that we actually have to be here on time. So on behalf of those tardy people, no, I'm just kidding, we would officially like to apologize and thank you once again for your patience and being here still. Our first speaker to give us his opening remarks is Mr. M Mthunzi, the WASH sector leader from SNV. A very big round of applause for him. As he makes his way through his remarks. Thank you.
Good evening. Good evening. You are boycotting me. Thank you so much. It's quite an honor for me to be the one to make the first speech. It's very unusual for me to be given this opportunity, but at least I am happy that it has finally come. Basically, I think she has said that it's Sizwakele Ndlovu. I am with an organization called SNV, Netherlands Development Organization. I'm sure you look around, you will find our logos around. Yes, we are one of the partners for ZITF for this inaugural conference and expo, and we are excited to have been chosen by ZITF to take that role. Basically, there are a couple of things that I want to talk about, a few rather. First, to acknowledge the recognition, like I said, by ZITF, we don't take it for granted. There are many other partners that would have been asked to be in this position, but we are thankful that you found us to be a worthy partner. To us, the critical importance of this is first that we value the aspect of multi-stakeholder forums, platforms where people can meet, interact, exchange ideas. This is one of the key things that form our core of our practice. And also the opportunity for us to have partnerships as well as networks. I think you realize that after the conference today, there were lots of meetings that took place, very productive meetings for that matter, and we are very thankful that this opportunity has actually come through. And then for us as well, we are a learning organization. One of the key things that we value is the aspect of learning, and here we had a conference and we still continue to interact, so we continue to learn, and we are very thankful that at least we have this opportunity to be able to actually learn, pick up some things, and I believe that we are looking at a bigger and better future after this conference. Finally, the aspect of communication, obviously to us, is very critical. This has put us into a different platform altogether. We have a big stand for those that have visited our stand, a very massive stand, and we are excited that people are actually seeing the things that we have for a long time been doing, but have never been coming out in the public. But we are excited, and also maybe let me take this opportunity to abuse this the chance that I got to also invite you, for those that have not been to our stand, please take an opportunity to get there. They are there. Otherwise, let me thank you very much for this time coming through to be with us this evening. I thank you very much.
At this point in time, I would like to invite Mr. B L Nkomo, who is the ZITF company chairperson, to please give us his address.
To our guest of honor, the Minister of Environment, Water and Climate, Honorable S. Sizwakele in absentia. the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs for the Metropolitan Province of Bulawayo, Umama Ian Moyo. He is Worship the Mayor of the City of Bulawayo, Baba Omoyo. The Country Director for SNV, Mrs. Naaku Akwaye Badu. The Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Energy, Power and Development, Mr. Patrick Biriri. The Deputy Director in the Ministry of Environment, Water and Climate, Mr. G Mawere. The National Coordinator for WASH Sector, Mr. H.R. Mashingaide. Other government officials, leaders of civic society, captains of industry and commerce, invited guests, esteemed exhibitors, visitors, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all, and a very warm welcome to the official opening ceremony of the inaugural edition of WASHen 2014. It is great to see so many faces here today, and I know you don't see what I see from here, but I can tell you, you guys look wonderful out there. You can look at the next person and say that they also look wonderful, because I see all of you and you are wonderful. No, don't stretch it now. They just look wonderful and that's it. Let's leave it at that. As ZITF, our vision is to be the world's first choice in offering innovative opportunities for social and business interaction. We are therefore excited about the latest addition to our stable of brands. The aim of this event is to provide a relevant platform to showcase best practice and a forum to discuss topical issues in water, sanitation, hygiene, and energy. Water and energy systems are connected in some obvious ways, along with many other subtle links. It is essential to understand how these critical resources are interlinked and how they impact on each other. For example, water is a critical limiting factor for food production, and at the same time, it is a key resource in energy production. As global populations continue to grow, the impact of water scarcity will soon be acutely felt in our natural environment. This has the potential to significantly impact global health, severely challenge agricultural production, limit industrial growth, and most importantly, become the cause of conflicts among communities and nations. Consequently, the development of innovative water infrastructure and technology that optimize and address the interdependencies of water and energy will become increasingly important. On the other hand, climate change and the need to manage diminishing fossil fuel reserves are today two of the biggest challenges facing the planet, and it is widely accepted that we must act now to reduce energy consumption and substantially cut greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide. It is therefore fitting that WASHen 24 is being held under the theme Innovative Solutions for Sustainable Development. The theme is reflective of the fact that access to clean water, adequate sanitation and hygiene, as well as sustainable energy management, are a prerequisite to a growing economy. You will also notice that the themes for the various WASHen sub-events centered on sustainability. This is because sustainability is an important concept which has become a powerful driving force for innovation, business growth, and profitability. Today's conference saw fruitful deliberations coming from 137 delegates who attended the WASH conference. The day was capped off with an informative tour of the Criterion Waterworks, courtesy of the City of Bulawayo, and we thank them for affording us that opportunity. We look forward to another day of thought-provoking presentations and engaging discussions as we tackle sustainable and renewable energy management issues tomorrow. And as ZITF, we are pleased with the performance of the exhibition, which ran alongside the conferences, attracting some 30 direct exhibitors. We are also equally pleased with the fact that the exhibitors took the theme to heart and showcased innovative displays. Undeniably, the accomplishment of this inaugural event is largely a function of the cooperation of various partners who have given both material and human resources to make the event a success. Allow me, therefore, to express my gratitude and that of the board and management of ZITF to the City of Bulawayo, to SNV Zimbabwe, the Ministry of Environment, Water and Climate, the Ministry of Energy and Power Development, the Financial Gazette, the Zimbabwe Energy Council, and many others for their support towards the hosting of this event. Without their inputs, without their contributions, this event would not be the kind of event that it is turning out to be. It is only through close cooperation with our sponsors and other strategic partners that we can achieve our objective of growing this event into an integral annual networking forum that provides productive and effective opportunities to the sectors that it represents. May I reiterate what I said this morning, that we welcome more partners who wish to come on board and input into the development of WASHen. And we look forward to organizing a bigger and more successful WASHen 2015. At this juncture in the program, it was my duty to then invite our guest of honor, the Minister of Environment, Water and Climate, Honorable Kaskwere, to give us an address, but he was not able to be with us this evening due to other commitments, and he has sent the Deputy Director in the ministry, and I did not see him when I got in, but I see he has arrived. So it is my pleasure to ask him to come up and address us at this particular moment. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Nkomo. The Minister of State for Bulawayo, Mama Moyo, the Mayor of the City of Bulawayo, again Councillor Moyo, then the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Energy and Power Development, Mr. P.I. Mbiriri, then also the Chairman of ZITF, Mr. Nkomo, all protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, I have got I'm standing in for the Honorable Minister of Environment, Water and Climate, Sizwakele, who is out on business. I have got prepared notes, which I will go through. The water is a key resource for sustaining life and society. No community and economy will prevail without water for sufficient quality and quantity. With a large part of the population lacking access to clean and safe water, as well as high dependence on water, water is at the center of Africa's development challenges. Water is essential not only for health and the well-being of Zimbabweans, but also for the country's economic growth. Conversely, the water sector depends on the recovery and growth of these water-using sectors to provide the revenues needed to meet the cost of water provision and management. I will go through, I won't repeat the speech which I was asked to deliver in the morning, but I will try and go through what we have gone through during the course of the day. That is water being at the center stage of Zimbabwe's economic development. During the morning or during the day, we were given an overview of WASH interventions to optimize opportunities and also innovations. We heard what the water and wastewater services are like in order for us to say we can develop the dam to this size. An example is that of Baishangan. It is through information which we gather through measuring stations, which would then give us information as to the capacity of the dam to which it will be developed. Then ultimately you end up with the yield of that dam. And again, in the yield figures, you will find we talk about the risk of supply or the reliability of supply. The same also applies to when you provide water for irrigation. You would want also to know how much land should be put under irrigation. So you need information as to how much water is being generated by the catchment. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have much to add. So on behalf of the Minister, Honorable Minister of Environment, Water and Climate, I would want to declare ZITF officially open. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mawere. Please give him another big round of applause.
We had only one competition running for the inaugural edition of this show, and that is the overall best exhibit. I shall call the third place, second place, and finally the first place winner, and request that they come forward to collect their prizes. In third place, Bio Aquavitel. And in second place, V&W Engineering and Installation. V&W, well, it seems they're not here. I think I'll keep that one for myself. And the winner, receiving the WASHen trophy and the ZITF gold medal, Trigger Plastics.
I am no expert, but I'm going to say WASHen was a huge success, and we look forward to 2015. That being said, and moving on to the next part of our program, does not mean we're forgetting all about WASHen. We are just acknowledging and, how can I put it in English, Mrs. Ndlovu? By uniting our brands in-house as WASHen, and now we've got ZITF, and it's all one and the same company, Ndlovu, one family. If we have a birthday party, we can share it. If it's in the same month, we have a birthday party on the same day. And this is pretty much what we're doing today. We're celebrating the babies of ZITF, officially launching and officially opening WASHen, and talking to you about future developments for ZITF 2015 next year, which is going to be running under the theme, Stimulating Trade. At this point in time, I would like to invite Mrs. Ndlovu, who is the ZITF General Manager. A huge round of applause for this lady. And
to the Minister of State for Bulawayo Provincial Affairs, the Honorable Sandy Moyo, the Deputy Director in the Ministry of Environment, Water and Climate, Mr. Mawere, and the Chairman of the ZITF company, Mr. B L Nkomo. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you all. It is my pleasure to officially launch ZITF 2015 marketing campaign. We thank you that you are here and that you are a ready audience as we launch the 56th edition of the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair, which is the country's premier marketing event. It presents yet another exciting opportunity to showcase the best of what the nation has to offer, and we believe that the show will positively contribute to the country's economic growth agenda, particularly the innovation and beneficiation cluster of the Zim asset. But before we get into 2015, allow me to set the stage by giving you an overview of this year's event. Firstly, congratulations are in order, as once again we produced an international award-winning marketing campaign. You can clap later. But as you know, we are members of the Global Union of Trade Fairs, UFI, and we entered the UFI Marketing Award in 2014, which focused on how you use mobile marketing in the exhibition industry. And many will remember that we launched our digital campaign. And we are pleased to share that we were one of the 4 finalists in that competition, alongside exhibition centers from China, from Thailand, as well as from South Africa, for our ZITF 2013 into 14 digital campaign. And we are very proud of this achievement. My thanks go to the entire ZITF team for the sterling effort. Moving on to some key statistics, we closed ZITF 2014 with 654 exhibitors, over 55,000 square meters, which represented 93% occupancy. And in terms of our local exhibitor profile, we found that 40% of our exhibitors were first-timers, 57% came out of Harare, and 35% were Bulawayo-based companies. Our international participants, as you will recall, came from 18 nations, which was up from 16 last year. And the space that they actually occupied was 3.5% higher than it was last year. Notably, you'll recall that the Republic of the Congo made a maiden appearance, and the USA returned after a long absence. Our largest international exhibits were from China, as well as from South Africa. And we had quite a varied business visitor profile, with the majority being local visitors, of course, and our international visitors actually came from 13 nations. We got some useful feedback, because during the exhibition we do quite a bit of research to get your views and your opinions on how we can improve the show, and we are using this feedback to continuously improve our event. And as a result, we are currently reviewing our systems to give you an even better experience, and we are also refining some of those technological innovations that we introduced in order to enhance the face-to-face interaction. Moving on to ZITF 2015. Usually what we do when one show ends, another begins. And ZITF 2015 is going to take place from the 21st to the 25th of April next year. And since the marketing campaign began at the end of the last ZITF, we have over 100 exhibitors that have booked space, including our leaseholders. And this represents just over 50% of the space that we have available for sale. So for a campaign that has been going on in the background, we believe we're not doing too badly. The international campaign also started, and we have received new agent inquiries from as far as India, Malaysia, as well as Pakistan. In terms of our focus sectors, ZITF 2015 is a multi-sectoral exhibition, and it covers the broad spectrum of the industries that we have in Zimbabwe, including infrastructure development, of which water issues, energy issues are a very big part, manufacturing, agro-processing, education, tourism, ICT developments, among others. There are no sectors that we really close out, but when we do our planning, we like to focus on the sectors that drive the economy in line with the theme of the exhibition. Which brings me to the theme of the campaign. Every year we select a theme which basically forms the basis of the campaign and which we like to see being executed in the exhibits. And this year it is stimulating trade, seizing opportunities to accelerate business growth. And this is really in line with the current economic discourse, and that the ZITF theme has also adopted the issues around growth. Regardless of a country's development levels, for any meaningful growth to take place, we have to stimulate trade. Trade must be at the center stage of any economic development policies. Typically, this growth, even in other countries, must be smart. It must facilitate research and innovation. It must also be sustainable. Whatever we do, we should develop new green technologies and production methods. And it must also be inclusive. The bottom line for any country is that we need to create jobs. The creative depicts a flower. This is the winter iris. And as its name suggests, it flowers in the winter instead of waiting for spring. And typically in conditions where other flowers would die, the winter iris thrives. And to us, this is a powerful symbol. The flower becomes a powerful symbol as it reflects what is happening in our nation. Against the odds, as a people, time and time again, we seize opportunities and make the most of them. Now, our version of the flower, you'll see, it depicts the different sectors that underpin our economy. The manufacturing industry, mining, agriculture, these are all key when we're talking about stimulating trade in order for us to achieve a positive growth trajectory. But as the positioning statement says, we must seize the opportunities in order to accelerate business growth. We can only get the country ticking again and our economy thriving again if we seize those opportunities. And this speaks directly to the issues of beneficiation as well as value addition. Moving on to the thrust of the campaign, ZITF 2015 obviously will emphasize the high quality exhibits, digital platforms that are going to add value to our participants, particularly the mobile app, lead retrieval, as well as online matchmaking. We'd like to see more interaction and more networking happening face-to-face as well as on our digital platforms. In terms of the campaign progress, as I've said, we have been marketing ZITF in the background. And following this official launch, we're going to move into the active exhibitor and visitor recruitment phase, as well as increasing public awareness. This next year's show is going to have 3 exclusive business days. The first 3 days, that is 21 to 23, as well as the last 2 days will be public days. On the 22nd of April, if you can diarize that already, we are going to host the International Business Conference. And this conference has gained popularity over the years. We organize it in conjunction with the National Economic Consultative Forum. On the 23rd of April, the ZITF Charity Golf Challenge is going to be played. And this year we actually made a donation in support of the Cholocho flood victims. On 24 April, the official opening ceremony will take place in the main arena. That's the main rundown of the events that will take place, but they're all in your brochure that you're going to take away. In terms of marketing media, we're going to use a combination of traditional and new media. Obviously, the emphasis being more on the digital media, which is direct, which is impactful, which is more interactive than the traditional media. And the look and feel of the campaign is fresh. Following the successful hosting of the UNWTO, we've seen that the mice industry is gaining prominence as an income earner for the country. And once again, we will be hosting targeted buyers from the region. and these buyers will be conducting site visits of our tourism products. Attendees can also look forward to industry-specific conferences and workshops and many other networking events. Our education and training exhibition, Scholastica, is going into its 20th year, and is going to focus on enhancing the country's skill base, as well as creating opportunities. And highlights include some seminars and presentations which are gaining in popularity, mini career guidance workshops, as well as group tours for the schools. Our packaging exhibition has been around for 18 years, and it's going to focus on the sustainability issues, the environmental issues, particularly looking at waste reduction, recycling, as well as eco-friendly production. Our relatively new baby, Ultimate Home, the Home Improvement Expo, is in its 5th edition, and the features there will be the mini showrooms and the building accessories, as well as the outdoor features and furniture. In terms of logistics, we want to ensure that your participation is hassle-free, so you can talk to us at this stage or later on into the campaign. If you're going to be importing any goods or inviting any international guests, we will happily assist you. Particularly for the exhibition, our services include the stand building infrastructure provision, the furniture hire, the venue hire, as well as the walk-on packages, a feature that we introduced last year. And our team is ready to assist you to design your stand in line with your branding standards. In preparation for the show, we also offer exhibitor training so that as our exhibitors, you are able to derive the most return out of your participation. And as I conclude, I invite you to partner with us for ZITF 2015 and choose from the range of high visibility sponsorship opportunities as well as advertising options. Choose what suits your budget and we will happily assist you. Just speak to any member of our marketing team. It would be remiss not to end by reminding you that we do so much more than organize the annual ZITF. Throughout the year, we organize sector-specific exhibitions like WASHen. In July, we held our mining, engineering and transport event. Not only that, the venue is available for your hire for corporate functions and social events. We hope that what we have done with this venue and the other venue where we had the conference will inspire you to use our venues. I hope you have some appreciation of how versatile our halls can be if they are done right. With that, all that remains is for me to thank you and to declare the marketing campaign for ZITF 2015 officially open, and we look forward to welcoming you. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again, Mrs. Ndlovu. And I would like to invite Ms. Nkomo, who is, please give her a round of applause as she comes through to give us a closing.
I thought Zoe was going to assist me like she did to others.
Oh,
okay, I know. The Minister of State for Provincial Affairs, Honorable Sandy Moyo, the Deputy Director of Ministry of Environment, Water and Climate, Mr. Mawere, other government officials here present, invited guests, esteemed exhibitors, visitors, ladies and gentlemen. The inaugural edition of WASHen has been an exciting experience for us as ZITF. We witnessed exciting products and services on display, and we welcomed interesting faces and personalities. I'm sure for some of us who spent the whole day here, as the wash and energy sectors, I'm sure you were able to meet one another and to interact during the conferences and the workshops. That to us as the ZITF company that launched the expo earlier on in the beginning of the year is a sign that we launched a very relevant event. And we are very, very grateful for the support that you have rendered us. That's why this evening, ladies and gentlemen, it is such an honor for me to appreciate all of you, all the faces that I see seated here, for being with us even as we launched and for coming right through up to today. And we hope that this is not just for this year, but it is going to continue right through to next year. But most sincerely, I would like to honor the presence of the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs, Madam Sandy. For us, your presence, Madam, it brings so much stature and importance to this new event, and it gives us confidence that come next year, it will be very, very better and bigger. And we also hope to welcome you again next year. Thank you very much, Madam. I would also like to honor our various dignitaries, especially the guests during the conferences. We had insightful deliberations. I think so many things were deliberated on. We had vibrant discussions. Thank you very much, conference speakers, conference delegates, and the general visitors. I'm sure you can also give ourselves a round of applause for being such a very, very vibrant audience. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, our exhibitors. I'm sure as you moved around, you noticed that they put up very good exhibits of international standards. Any WASHen stand that was here, I'm sure it can go anywhere. So for that effort, for that investment, I would like to honor the exhibitors as well. If you can also clap hands for them. And to our partners, SNV, thank you very much for being with us, for giving us a useful feedback as people who are so relevant in the industry. We would like to appreciate you. I would also like to take this opportunity to appreciate the Bulawayo City Council. I'm sure they are around somewhere, but they also came in through, I'm sure some of us actually went for the tours. I really want to appreciate, you know that our events, they play a leading role in the city. And for us to have that cooperation is really a good pat on our backs. And we are always grateful for that partnership with the city of Bulawayo. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure all of us who are seated here, you are feeling so comfortable. And I can assure you that after this, your stomachs are going to be very, very full. So let's appreciate our various service providers, the deco team, the sound people, and obviously those who take care of our stomachs. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank all of you for being here with us this evening. For me, as a marketing person, I am very, very grateful. The fact that you came through when we invited you to this new event that all of us were not sure of the performance, and you believed in it is really such an honor. I really want to take this opportunity to invite you to come back once again for 2015. And don't just come back alone. Please invite your colleagues. I'm sure from here you will be good testimonies of what happened today. Thank you very much. I think we can give all of ourselves a good round of applause.